You just found the CCTek YouTube channel.
Hey there, I'm back. I'm out here traveling around in my mobile recording studio, aka my Jeep, on my way to my day job office. And I wanted to give you an introduction to this next video. You've already seen, hopefully, in my first real content video other than my introduction, some content on my Rzr. And I mentioned in that video that it occupies a garage space at my house. Now, when winter's over here in Pennsylvania, southwestern Pennsylvania, that spot needs to be occupied by my 69 Camaro that I'll be bringing home from storage. So I have to come up with a solution for storing the Rzr. I thought about adding on to my storage shed in the back of the house. I thought about storing it elsewhere and just picking it up and taking it riding. That makes it difficult to maintain. It makes it inconvenient to go ride. So my solution that I started looking into was possibly getting an enclosed trailer to haul it and store it. I'm familiar with enclosed trailers. I used one for years racing stock cars, a larger 24-foot Hallmark race trailer, Edge race trailer. But it's too big. Too heavy for my Jeep, too long, too cumbersome to deal with just to go ride in the Rzr. So I started looking for trailers in the 12 to 16 foot range. And I came across one. Came across a number of them, but I came across one in particular on Messenger. And corresponded with the seller, made a deal, drove 3 hours to pick it up, and through an honest mistake in communication from the original owner, I get there and find out, after asking for a bunch of dimensions, that the Rzr is 3 to 4 inches too tall to fit through the back door. Yeah, 3 hours away, and seemingly the peg won't fit in the hole. But I felt like the trailer was nice enough and reasonable enough, a good enough deal, that I brought it home. I thought if I couldn't use it for the Rzr, there's some other things I could use it for, and then I'd sell it and send it down the road. A buddy of mine helps me with CCTek, partner in CCTek, Alan. You'll meet him eventually. We have to go pick up a 68 GMC cab down in Tennessee that he's had down there, getting some work done to it. This will be the perfect trailer to do that with, and maybe get to film a road trip. Back on point, the trailer. I'll tell you a little bit about it, and you can see my process of trying to see, or trying to determine, if the Rzr is going to go in the trailer. Let's get to it. I'm not going to give the ending away. Check out the video and see what happens. So I actually found this thing on Facebook Marketplace. It's a 2020 Spartan 7 by 16 foot dual axle 7,000 GVW trailer, 7 foot inside. Has their blackout package on it, red and black. I was kind of drawn to it with my CCTek logo colors. I think it goes well with my black and red Rubicon Gladiator. I think I got a decent decent buy on this thing. All LED lights, no miles on it at all, no damage on it. Tires are great on it. Everything proves to be what the previous owner said it was. They built a little storage unit in the V. I'm not sure I'm going to keep that, but this is a pretty nice unit. They stained the inside. It's got D-rings in the floor. I don't know whether I'll add the Easy Track system or not. I think I'm thinking about putting some 120 LED lights in here. My Gladiator has a 110 outlet in the bed. I can run 110 LEDs off of, and then I can also run it off a generator. So the setup that you see here now is, I got to see if this thing's going to fit. My preliminary measurements said no, but I brought the trailer home anyway because I thought it was a nice trailer for the money, and if I don't use it, I'll sell it. But after doing some of my engineer thing with measurements and geometry, I think there's a good chance it might go in there. All right, here we go. Cameras are rolling. I'm going to see what we can do here. Tight fit. I'm going to take this fuel jug off just in case. I'll check that later. Well, the first shot isn't exactly where I wanted it to be. I'm a little tighter, but I think I know what's going on. Let me get a tape measure and double check a couple things. I did my calculations with the trailer basically sitting level. If the back end is lower than the front, then I've got a problem. So that's about 12 and a half. That's about 13. So just as I thought, that's probably my issue. So here's what I'm going to do. First, I'm going to get my wife to move the Subaru. Then I'm going to move the Jeep forward, and I don't know if you can tell, the Jeep is on a downhill slope. So as the Jeep goes forward, the tongue of the trailer goes down, and the rear of the trailer goes up. That should change my rollover or tip over angle in going into the trailer and keep the roof of the Rzr fitting. Okay, I think I got the Jeep far enough forward without moving the other car. Let's double check these dimensions. Back of the trailer, 13 and a half. Front of the trailer on the same pad is just about 11 and 3/4. Looks like we have a bit more of a increased angle. I think that might be enough. Let's see. Well, we're in. Just not sure I can get it back out. We'll see. Well, I can get out of the Rzr in here. I see daylight above the roof inside the trailer. Yeah, I got about an inch clearance in here. The GoPro video is going to show that I just barely scraped that edge coming in. The plastic roof popped up behind the back of the trailer. So to get it out, I think I have to take different measures. So let me think on that, and I'll be right back. Not a bad fit. I mean, there's about 5.2 pounds of stuff in a 4.95 pound bag. So let's see if I can make up that difference in some creative way. Okay, so as you can see here, I got 2.5-inch ratchet straps. I removed this trim panel. It's held on by one T25 Torx screw right there. One on each side. And there is a gusset on the factory cage that I hooked the ratchet strap binder into. The other end is just hooked in the swing arm for the rear suspension. There's no lines or anything in there, I checked. And I ratcheted it down a couple pulls until the upper springs are collapsed, and I started to collapse the mainspring. Same way over here. And looking, I've gained more clearance up here. Let me double check and see. I believe the dimension from the lower swing arm or radius arm bolts center to the floor is about 15 inches. Let me see what it is now. About 14.5. So I've come down a 1/2 inch there. Let me see if I can get a little more out of it. $13. I think that'll get it out. All right, so I tied up the extra strap. I'm going to go around and see if I can snake my way into the driver's compartment. Well, back in the Rzr, I don't know if any of the cameras caught that, but man, what a tight fit. I climbed my way in here, got everything ready to go, and I just looked back and saw I have my tripod sitting behind the door where this Rzr is going to back down. So, out I go. All right, take two. So, here we go. We just passed the important part. Heck yeah. I get to keep the trailer. Ha. I'm going to date myself, but not that you already didn't know it. But to quote Hannibal Smith, I love it when a plan comes together. Well, there we go. That 76.25, 76.5 inch tall Rzr in that 72.25 inch tall opening. So if you have a 72.25 inch tall opening, 75-inch long ramp on your 16-foot trailer, just make sure, there we go, the back is about an inch higher than the front, and pull the back of your Rzr down in one fashion or another. I use the ratchet straps, about an inch and a half, and you will go in and out. And as I stand here and ponder this and the disaster that would happen to my header up there and the retractor mechanism that's up there, if I forget to do that, I may have to come up with some kind of sign that hangs down there and says, "Hey dummy, make sure the Rzr's pulled down." So there we go. I get to keep my trailer. Hopefully I've helped somebody that was in a similar bind, and if I did, like, subscribe, ring the bell, tell your friends. I'd like to keep doing this. Talk to you later.